Good morning, everyone. This is Rick Murphy with AllNet. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Today's presentation will be about the Ring doorbell system and the new Ring camera systems. Joining us is Rudy from Ring. So without any further ado, Rudy, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it, and welcome everybody to the webinar. I'd ask how everybody's doing, but everyone's muted. So hope everyone's doing well. And again, thank you for joining. And feel free to ask the questions at the end. Of course, I know Rick's going to be jotting some down as well as we're going along. So thank you. Appreciate it. So my name is Rudy Trujillo, Director of Channel Sales for Ring. So I run the distribution channel, contractors, wholesalers throughout North America. And my email contact information is going to be at the end as well. So if you want to get a hold of me or contact me, we'll be available. So first, we're going to talk about Ring video doorbell, and just kind of some brief history that we pulled off online. So 80% of crime starts at the front door. Two-thirds of consumers would purchase a connected home security device, and this one's alarming, and I'm sure you guys as you dive deeper down and follow Ring, you kind of see most of the stuff is happening during the day. So there's over a million daytime burglaries that happen again during the day. So most of the time it's a knock, which I'll share some of the videos as the PowerPoint goes on, but it's a knock at the front door, and that's where it starts at. If someone's home, usually and hopefully 9 times out of 10 they'll take off, get scared and take off. But if homeowner's not home, then they're usually barging down the door. But with Ring, we're able to help. Again, it's not completely alleviating all crime, but it's definitely slowing it down quite a bit. Ring mission. We're here to reduce crime and create safer neighborhoods. With the Ring video doorbells and outdoor cameras, we build a ring of security around your home and give you the ability to stop crime before it starts. So we focus at Ring, and we call it a ring of security around your home. So 3 rings. So it starts, and it started for Ring at the front door. Outside the home, if you followed us with stick-up cameras and newly added floodlight cameras and spotlights, which we'll talk about. And then third is around the community. Those of you guys that are Ring fans, Ring users, or follow Ring, you'll see the updates that we are constantly doing to the app. On the top right-hand corner, when you're inside the app, you can see the neighborhoods icon, which allows you, and it's super powerful. So with the neighborhoods icon and app, it allows you to share, safely share videos that occur within 1 to 2 mile radius of your home that is connected to Ring. So if I'm all the way over here in California, some of you guys are in Illinois, there's an event that happened in my neighborhood. You guys, of course, won't be able to see it because you're not in my radius. However, if you were within, a mile or 2 from my house and you had Ring just like I have, and I posted the video to the Ring app, again, everything is by owner, so they have to grant, access to do just that video, then you guys or all the homeowners that have Ring will be able to see that. So it's extremely powerful. It's awesome. And if you guys don't have it and you have the Ring app, I would recommend click on it just to see some activity. It's actually an eye-opener, but just to see, some of the activity that happens throughout, our neighborhoods, either when we're not home.
Hey, put that down.
Cops are on their way.
So throughout the PowerPoint, I'll be playing just some small videos. Again, just keep in mind, if you guys were able to or wanted to use, some of the clips, they're available on ring.com, and of course it's going to be much more clear, and audio is going to be cleaner. With the PowerPoint, it's a little chopped up. So hopefully you guys were able to see that video. So starting out with the Ring Video Doorbell 2, and I'm kind of, on the PowerPoint going over, our current, models and ones that you guys are selling now. So Ring Video Doorbell 2, it's a Wi-Fi enabled doorbell that allows you to speak to anyone from anywhere in the world using your smartphone and other connected smart devices. So with the RVD2, the cool thing about it is it's two-way talk. Has speaker and microphone enabled. Again, so anywhere you're at in the world, the guest at the front door, whoever's at your front door, will be able to hear you, and of course you could see, hear, and interact with them. Next option on it, next feature is a motion detection. So just like the Ring Video Doorbell 2, so we have a motion detector on it. So you're able to set the range from 5 to 30 feet with customizable zones. So it's almost like so just think of half of a circle in front of your house. You're able to set 180 degrees motion when you want to have an alert triggered at your front door. Of course, on it, we have IRs that are built into it. So, 9 times out of 10, if this is mounted at the front door, you're going to have some type of, light, ambient light that's enhancing that. But we also have IRs that are built in, so it's night vision. With all of our products, we have a lifetime purchase protection, and you'll hear me talk about that quite a bit. If any Ring device is stolen or vandalized, homeowner fills out a police report and sends it into Ring and gets a full replacement. So something that's really great about this is not through customer or dealer. Doesn't have to go through you guys to do that. They would literally just send that information to Ring, and we'd be able to ship them one out for free, as long as a police report is filled out. Other features, so 1080p. Other really cool thing about the RVD2 compared to the, I call it the RVD Classic, which RVD stands for Ring Video Doorbell. It has 2 interchangeable faceplates. So it's our most popular colors are silver and brown, and then a removable rechargeable battery. So unlike the first one, the new RVD2, you're able to pop out the battery, and on the battery itself, it has a micro USB, so you're able to charge the battery throughout the day, or it's about, I think, 4 to 5 hours to get a full charge. Again, unlike the first model that we came out with, the whole video doorbell has to pop off the wall in order to charge it. So the cool thing about this is we have we're selling the accessories now with this. So you could purchase, our homeowner could purchase the battery separate as an accessory. So pretty much you just do a hot swap. It is weather resistant, operating temperatures 5 to 120 Fahrenheit, and then the field of view on this is 180 degrees. So again, just kind of going over some more features on the Ring Video Doorbell 2. Dual power battery. So with this unit, it could be hardwired to your existing doorbell. Voltage on this is 8 to 24 volt. Of course, it's going to run off Wi-Fi, and it uses 2.4. Hardwiring specs, again, if you have a mechanical doorbell or electronic, it is 8 to 24 volt. Removable rechargeable battery. Motion scheduling, so from the app itself, you could actually set on a calendar. Let's just say, you guys are home, our homeowner's home on the weekends, gardeners come in, pool guys are coming, there's a lot of activity and they don't want to be notified every couple minutes. Well, they could set motion settings on their app. Next is the smart alerts. So this one is, if you want to get more frequent alerts, then you're going to pretty much set it at a frequent mode. Standard, usually, you're getting alerts, 1 to 2 minutes later. So usually homeowners will set this from light to standard. And again, on the bottom, silver and brown interchangeable faceplates, which are included in the box. So it's almost like the Pro. So the Pro, wall plates pop off. This one, again, they do pop off. There's two of them, and it's brown and silver.
Hey, sorry about that. Sorry. Are you out here by yourself? Sophia.
So the next one we're going to go over is the Ring Video Doorbell Pro. So this one's super popular in our channel. Again, it's a little less DIY. Requires a little bit more, labor behind it. Because there's more steps to it. So again, super popular. It's our go-to piece in the distribution channel. It's awesome. Smaller, sleeker design. Comes with 4 different color faceplates: brown, silver, white, and almost like a dark black. Same features, two-way talk, so speaker, microphone, 1080p camera built into it. It's hardwired, so you're going to be able to do live view. So, we kind of call it at Ring Video on Demand. So, homeowner or you guys, want to just see what's happening, at the front door during the day, you're able to just go into the app and click on live view. The voltage on the Pro, a little bit different. It's a little bit higher, so it's 16 to 24 volt. So just a tip on the Pro, if you guys want to, write this down. One thing that, I found, again, in my background's custom, AV, so I could answer most of the time, a lot of the technical questions. With older homes, they're usually, 8 to 10 volt power supplies. So, we might get some dealers that come in, that are doing, a return or some returns that might not have read the app or the manual because they didn't get that far because the Pro's not powering up. So at all times, I always make sure that they measure voltage at the front door before the unit's even going up. So, if they're not even getting a minimum of 16 volts and they don't want to upgrade the transformer, then I would recommend that they get the RVD2. If they do have the time and homeowner wants to invest in them upgrading, it's definitely worth it. Again, it's a little bit more work involved, but this is 16 to 24 volt. Field of view on this one is 160 degree. But the great thing about this that everybody loves is the advanced motion detection. So if you could see the video or the motion zones that are popping up now. So from the app, so just pretend this is, again, a live view of our home. From the app itself, you could set up to 3 different customized zones. So you could see, in the blue, the highlighted blue area that they're doing, they're pretty much just doing like front grass to sidewalk. So anyone that comes within that area, homeowner is going to get a motion alert on their phone saying there's motion at your front door. And then, of course, they kind of scale out or gray out the left-hand side in green, which is like a little seating area. It looks like there's a driveway or a car parked all the way in the left corner. So, again, these are areas that homeowner wants to have triggered when someone walks up to the front door. Most of the time I recommend, so I would probably do like the front sidewalk, right in front of the porch, and the whole porch area, because, that's what, you care about, unless you have cars parked outside and you want to get like that passenger side door. But the huge selling feature, on the Pro compared to RVD2 is the advanced motion detection. Awesome. Excuse me. So some of the, again, just going over and recapping some of the features. So the Pro includes what's called the Pro Power Kit. So this actually is the picture on the bottom right-hand side. It's a little white box that has some connectors on it. That actually gets installed at the chime side. There's a little dial that's built into that. That absolutely, no matter what, has to be installed in every single application. So If it's not, the unit, the Pro, is definitely going to get hot and eventually burn out. Not blow up, but, burn out. So, a lot of the questions, again, just on a technical standpoint, and I'm sure we'll touch on these at the end, but just a quick, pointer, just make sure that the dealer, installer, integrator knows that the Pro Power Kit always has to be installed no matter what application. Wi-Fi connectivity on this one I like because this one has 2.4 and 5. So some of the guys that are doing a little bit more custom, Wi-Fi, custom, enterprise network systems, and they have whether if it's Ubiquiti, Luxo, or some of the other ones that are out there, they could, customize it to go off of either 2.4 or 5. Again, hardwire and specs, 16 to 24 volts. On all of our devices, you can have multiple users. You could have shared users as well. So an example, really cool example, I'm just going to keep using myself and you guys as an example. I'm out in California and I'm taking a vacation and I want a few of you guys just to keep an eye on, front door or keep an eye on packages that are coming to my home. I, from my app, could share any one of you guys as long as you have a Ring account. I could share you guys on my front door. Same thing, for you guys out there. You have a home or a vacation home or parents, grandparents that you like to keep an eye on, that maybe might need a little bit more, assistance from you guys, or you want to keep an eye on, who's coming and going from their home. You could set up a Ring device at their home and then share you guys as users or your family as users as well. Same thing, motion scheduling. So you're able, from the app on all of our products, to set days and times that you either want to be notified or not. So super excited about our recent launch, which is the Spotlight Cam family. We just announced these products over a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. First model is the Spotlight Cam wired. Second is Spotlight Cam battery, which is going to be shipping in the fall. And then the next is Spotlight Cam solar. Ring Spotlight Cam wired is 1080p. So this one's really cool. Just like the Pro, it has advanced motion detection, so you could actually mask out the areas that you want to have triggered when someone comes by. This is a hardwired application, so if those of you guys that are familiar with the floodlight is actually hardwired directly to 110. The Spotlight Cam wired has a power cord at the end of it that you could actually plug into an outlet. So example, if you have an electrical outlet on the bottom of your right underneath your eaves, you could plug the power cord right directly to it. The super cool thing that I'm excited about on this is, again, almost the same features as a floodlight. Again, speaker, microphone, 1080p camera, but it actually has the LED lights built into the camera that are right here in the front of it, on the right and the left. So those areas that you are dealer or homeowner, don't have as much light like on the sides of their house, and they want to have just a little bit, they're able to do that with this. The motion detector's on the bottom, so you could set it, again, almost just like a floodlight, where, when it senses motion, the lights are going to turn on. Or you could set it, for mine, for example, I have it turn on at 9 p.m., and I think it turns off at 4 a.m., so I always just want to keep it on because there's no IR built into it. So it uses the LED light to get, definitely get a better range and activity from the camera. So these are available in black or white. And then the other big thing on this is the 110 dB siren. So from the app itself, possible intruder, trespasser comes, on the yard or in the area where the Ring Spotlight Cam is wired up. From the app, you could enable the siren to turn on. I always try to equivalated to something, and I would say it's a little bit lower than a car alarm, because those have the direct piezo's built in to that. So I'd say a little bit lower, sound, but definitely, going to get someone's attention and get them to look up if a possible trespasser comes in. Ring Spotlight Cam battery. Same features as the Ring Spotlight Cam wired. However, this is going to have a removable, rechargeable battery, which is just like the RVD2. So the great thing about this is it's going to use the same battery as the RVD2. So you could, homeowner, possibly could maybe, purchase 1 or 2 extra batteries, and they're able to, to swap them so there's no downtime on the unit. Same thing, 1080p, advanced motion detection, speaker, microphone, siren. But the big thing on this, again, is it's a removable, rechargeable battery. So this one and the next one that we're going to go over is almost the direct replacement to the stick-up cams. Those of you guys that might have some questions at the end. This one's going to be a replacement to the stick-up camera shipping in the fall. Next one is going to be sold as a kit like this, which is the Ring Spotlight Cam Solar. Again, shipping in the fall. Technical, question which might come up at the end. The solar panel almost looks exactly the same as our existing solar panel for the stick-up camera. It will not work because the solar panel end on this is a plug that gets plugged directly to the back of the. It's a DC plug that's back of the Ring Cam, where the old solar panel got connected to the stick-up camera with the micro USB. So don't quote me on it, but I think in the future we might come out with an adapter for those that had an older solar panel that has a micro USB to go to a small like DC plug for the back of the camera. Same features available, black or white. LED is built into the front. But the cool thing about this is actually going to be charging the batteries that are built into the Ring Spotlight Cam Solar during the day. So homeowner never has to take the unit down to charge. It'll be charging throughout the day. Next one is the Floodlight Cam.
Home security is something that concerns us all. But what goes on at your home when you're not there?
Don't even think about it. You need to leave.
Introducing Floodlight Cam by Ring, a motion-activated security camera that puts HD video, automated recording, and a powerful alarm in your hands. Floodlight Cam is the ultimate in proactive home security. A 140-degree HD camera detects motion and captures video with two-way talk. And 2 high-beam LED smart lights illuminate every corner of your home for optimal video quality. You can easily customize Ring's advanced motion detection so you only get notified when it matters. Available in 2 weatherproof finishes, Floodlight Cam is easy to install on any home and integrates with a variety of smart technologies. Floodlight Cam is smart enough to recognize faces and objects.
Hey, girls.
Hi, Dad.
And works with your other Ring cameras.
Oh, hey, can you remember to bring the trash cans in when you get home?
To create a ring of security around your home. Day or night, Floodlight Cam watches over your home and keeps you in the know. See security in a whole new light. Floodlight Cam by Ring.
So Ring Floodlight Cam is available in black or white. The cool thing about these is 1,800 lumens per LED module, right and left, 270-degree field of view. And then color temperature is going to be about warm white. So it's a little bit of that yellowish white. Again, speaker, microphone, 1080p camera, motion detector. And the big thing on this is 110 dB siren. So again, super cool, areas. For me, one thing that we always talk about is, all of us or most of us are going to have, one video doorbell, at the front door. Maybe, a larger home is going to have, another doorbell in the back. But, if we think about how many applications just in our own homes where we could install possibly a Ring floodlight cam is awesome. I mean, average, each one of us could be able to do 2 or 3 per home, per our own homes, just to get some lights in those areas where they're connected to, 110 to 240. Another big thing, just on a technical side, that I always, touch on and just talk about, all of, our products, IoT products that are out there, they're only as strong as, as the weakest link, which is going to be, number one, just internet upload speed, and 2, Wi-Fi connection. So, one thing that I always, kid around about with Luxo and Ubiquiti guys is, definitely, by us coming out with, some of these really cool game-changing ideas and products, they solely, strictly rely on Wi-Fi. So, hopefully you guys could see, from a networking standpoint, your networking category definitely increasing because, not only because of us, but, some of the other IoT players that are out there. But, again, Ring, in particular, because we're coming out with, a lot of devices that are solely relying on Wi-Fi that are, again, outside, that are going to require, some, form of a better Wi-Fi connection than their just standard router in the home. Next one we released last month, which is the bigger brother to the Pro. So you could see this one is awesome. So it's the Elite. Fits in a single gang junction box. Comes with all 4 same color faceplates that the Pro has. 1080p speaker, microphone, advanced motion detection again. So it's in the same family as the Pro, as the Ring floodlight cam, and as the Ring spotlight cams. And then the big thing about this is it's PoE. So homeowner dealer could pre-wire the home for the homeowner with Cat5, Cat6. So they're going to actually have a hard line connection directly to the router instead of this unit running off Wi-Fi. Now, it does have both, so you could still run it off Wi-Fi, but, one thing that I always talk about, keep in mind, if it's in the wall, it's definitely behind stucco, stone, some, form of, just super hard, material that's out there. So, definitely dealer has to have an access point literally almost at the front door to get, some form of Wi-Fi out to this. We also, one of the big features on this, we include the PoE injector. So I know a lot of dealers are probably just for that cleaner look, at the rack or, back in the, home theater room, they're going to, want to pop it into one of their network switches that, has PoE. In the event that they don't, we include the PoE injector as well. So some accessories, really cool, just, again, just add-ons to the, to the home or for the dealer, is a wireless chime. So dealer could get this and program it as an accessory for the homeowner. So it plugs directly into 110. It syncs up with whatever device that the dealer assigns it to. So, if the homeowner has a floodlight cam, a spotlight cam, and a Ring Pro, and they only want to be able to get a call from the Pro, they could set that. Or they could say, let's say the husband's out of town and wife's home alone with the kids. She wants to be able to hear when there's also motion in either of those areas. While from the app, you could enable the chime to sense motion or to give you an audible when there's motion at the floodlight in the backyard. That's all set via the app. The other cool thing that we did during Halloween is we updated a bunch of different chime settings in there, so homeowner could go in and change the tones if they want to. Next one's really cool for some of the dealers that don't want to, invest in, some of the larger enterprise networking systems that are out there, and they just need it to get from point A to point B. We do the Ring Chime Pro. So this is just like the previous model that we talked about. However, it extends your Wi-Fi coverage to Ring devices only. So, I get a lot of questions, does the Chime Pro work with other devices? The answer is no. It only helps enable Ring devices, again, as well as acts as a chime. And this is what I was talking about on the right-hand side. You could actually set it. So, for example, on the top it says Home, which is the Pro, and Office, which is the Pro. So you could enable ring alerts and motion alerts at home, but at the office, you don't want it to ring at your home's chime. So it's really cool. Even though that they're in two completely separate areas, the actual chimes go off of how they're set in the app, not off of where they're located. You enable it whether you want it to turn on or off. The next one that I really think every home should have, again, it's definitely a deterrent. It's the Ring Solar Security Sign. So it actually has 3 small little solar panels up on top, and it has a photo cell built in. So, once it senses, at night, the light actually lights up on the solar sign. It's super awesome. Weather resistant. I know mine. Again, I keep talking about that. I live in California, but at least the water, from sprinklers or from when I go out and water, it does get a little dirty sometimes, but it's holding up definitely. And I've had mine for going on about a year now, because they've only been out that long. But I think this is an awesome product that, again, homeowners should definitely take advantage of. Our dealers, for the homeowners, as an accessory, is the Ring Solar Security Sign. Setup information, again, Apple, Android, Windows 10. I really like and I use a lot the Windows 10. That's what I use for my laptop. So it's a really cool app that we have for Ring because, again, it's on my laptop. If I'm doing work or if I'm traveling, I could get notifications, from the laptop itself and not, on my phone. So the Windows 10 app is actually pretty cool, because I use that one a lot. In terms of, the actual setup instructions, it's getting, it was easy since the beginning, but, it's really, really getting easier and easier, for the dealers to actually set up, one of the Ring devices. Again, one of the big, game changers is, the floodlight cam, which is hardwired. It, requires some form of an electrician to get that installed, and then the Pro. So that's where, our dealers, and our integrators come into play because, the homeowners still, want one of us or someone to do it for them. We call it Do It For Me. So, it's definitely, there's still the DIY consumers out there, but there's also a lot that, want some form of assistance for, one of us or someone to go out there and help and assist with them. Ring video recording, so optional on all of our products. And again, it's not required. You don't have to get it. There's no contract. It's either $3 a month per device or $10 a year for unlimited devices. Right off the bat, once the dealer or homeowner installs it on their phone and sets it all up, they get 30 days free of cloud storage. After that, in the app, it's going to ask them if they want to renew it. Then they put a credit card on file and get that set up. But it is $3 a month or $10 a year for unlimited devices, and that's going to get them 2 months of cloud storage. So any motion activity, any call that comes through, anything that happens at their front door, homeowner is going to have access to it, and they're going to be able to view, delete, or archive, just like you see on the right-hand side. They're swiping through to share or trash, or just keep it. Again, or save it to your phone or share it with authorities if, something happened out there and authorities were required to go out. So again, this is something that is not required. It's an option. Homeowner could, select to subscribe to it, with their credit card, or, they could turn it off, if they want to. It's completely up to, again, homeowner and Ring or Ring app. So again, just kind of recapping and looking at this. So, $3 a month or $10 a year for unlimited devices. Of course, the Chime Pro, Ring Solar Security Sign. Any accessories. There's no fee that's required for that. It's just our actual Ring devices, Ring Video Doorbell, Spotlight cams, floodlights. So some of our integrations now, I call them like a soft integration from the app. They're called Ring Plus partners. So ADT Pulse, of course, Samsung SmartThings app is actually pretty cool. Kwikset Kivo, IFTTT, Wink, Wemo. We do some form of, some of the enterprise, access control systems, which is like LockState or Lockatron. We also integrate with. So these aren't, full integrations like we would want, Control4, Savant, URC, RTI. I will tell you that those hopefully are coming in the future for us to be integrating with some of those guys. We understand that, some of the homeowners that are setting up these big home automation systems, they have, either monitors or some form of tablets, throughout their home where, they do interact with whoever's at the front door. So definitely we will be integrating with a lot of those key players out there. So these are just some frequently asked questions. I'll kind of, skip over this, but, these are, some of the ones that are frequently asked, and you guys could go over this. Of course, I'll share, and you'll have a video of the PowerPoint as well, but you absolutely could refer back to this after. Here's my contact information. Again, Rudy Trujillo, Director of Channel Sales for Ring North America. Rudy@ring.com, that's my email address. So if you have any questions, of course, you guys can reach out. And, hopefully I could answer those questions that you may have right away. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. And I guess now we'll open it up for questions.
Okay, Rudy, we do have a couple of questions. First, can you back up a couple slides and talk again about the subscription? Because I think what you said was $3 per device per month. And then it says $10 per month for unlimited devices. But was there an annual discounted rate?
So it's $100. It's $100 if you do the flat fee for the year.
And that's unlimited?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you for clearing that up. Okay, so we've got a question that came through that asks about the Elite. Does it have a contact closure output for feeding into an automation system so we could create a house-wide event when the doorbell is pressed, i.e. We could turn on some sort of a tone to play through like an outdoor speaker where maybe we wouldn't have a chime mounted outside?
So very, very good question. Again, me in my background is custom AV, so I absolutely speak your guys' language, and that's one of the first questions I had. So, I don't want you guys to be confused. On the back of the Elite, there is a contact on there, but that contact is only for the internal chime in the house. We feel and believe, and our fearless founder, Jamie Siminoff, with security just being top of mind. I personally don't think that we'll ever come out with one with a contact closure. Again, anything could change, but there's a lot of liability involved with that. God forbid, something happens and, they're able to open up the front door because of Ring and get into a home and, something happened to a family. Of course, I don't think anyone from Ring would feel good about that. And of course, it would be bad. So that's number one. Two, on a positive side, we integrate with companies like LockState. So I don't want to say that they're like HID, but they make almost similar devices as them. They are one of our Ring Plus partners, and they have access system that you could purchase from them and then integrate it with pretty much any Ring device. So you could open and close the door or open and close the gate. So Ring doesn't do it, but we use third-party companies to do that.
Okay, so access control is not supported, but there is a contact closure for Chime.
Contact closure for the Chime, yes.
Okay. Okay, so Dave, I think you can use that as an input on your contact closure input on your control processor to Ring an outdoor speaker, but like Rudy was saying, they're not going to support access control. Another question came through is, will the camera support ONVIF or RTSP?
In the future, I believe that we are going to be coming out with a version on the Elite to be doing ONVIF. We're getting a lot of requests for that. Again, there's nothing set in stone, or am I speculating that we are going to come out with it, but I think that's something that, we are talking about on our side, especially for the Elite.
Another question that came through for light commercial use, is the video footage that is saved on a Ring account admissible in court?
Yeah, so if they subscribe to the cloud storage, of course, that's going to be recording in the cloud. That's I guess legal would be able to provide more detailed information around that, but I'm sure if something definitely happened, and they required some footage, then I'm sure they'd have access to that.
What is the rough estimate for how long the rechargeable battery lasts in the basic doorbell only model?
6 to 12 months on normal usage. We say that kind of based off of 2 to 3 motions per day. I'll give you a perfect example. My house, I have both the standard RVD Classic and the Pro at the front door. RVD Classic is ran off of a battery, and I have to charge mine about every 3 to 4 months, and that's based off of, again, for sure motions going in and out between, wife and daughter at least 4 to 6 times a day. And then there's probably 10 other motion alerts throughout. So let's just say 20 alerts a day. I'm having to do mine 3 to 4 months. But that, again, depends on how much I log in. So if I'm logging in, doing a demo to you guys, all the time, doing live view, that definitely eats at the battery as well.
Did you just say you have 2 of these on your front door?
Yeah, so I have a standard one, the standard RVD Classic, and then I have the Pro. I have the luxury of testing a lot of stuff out for us, so all fun stuff.
Well, that's extreme. Okay, the next question that came up is, will there be, or is there a dealer area on the website or a dealer-specific number for support for the integrator community?
So very good question. I'm actually in the process of working on a Pro website now for us. Again, I still think we're at least a few months out on that. And then I'm working on a direct call-in number for the dealers that are out there to pretty much just get through to like a level 3 or level 4 technical support agent. So I'm working on these as we speak. Okay,
thank you. That's good news. The next question that came in is in regard to a local recording option without the monthly service, like can I partition an NVR and record on site?
No, so that's, again, one of the, I think the first questions for ONVIF or RTSP, we don't do that now. Again, and I'm not, again, 100%, so please don't quote me on this, but I'm sure, later as we start to come out with, more products and, some of the higher end ones like the Elite, we're probably going to enable those features.
All right. I saw on the slide, the next question is in regard to the lights on the Flood versus the lights on the Spot Cam. And I saw in the slides for the Flood that it said it was a 3,000 lumen lighting system with 2. There it is. So the lights that are on the Spotlight Cam, how would you compare the range of lighting that the Spotlight Cam will illuminate in your yard or your property versus what the Floodlight Cam will illuminate?
In terms of like the field of view, and this is honestly pretty accurate. So the floodlight could go up to like 270. And again, it's extremely bright. It's 1,800 lumens per light. So these are extremely bright. When it comes to the spotlight cam, these are I'd say 140. Field of view. So you're not getting as anywhere as bright as a spotlight. And the LED strips that we use in here, if you guys are familiar with LED strip lighting, it's comparable to like the 50/50 chips. So there's 3 little small LED chips inside of one. So it definitely will light up a small little, I'd say maybe 8 by 8 to 10 by 10 area, but nothing is going to be even close to the actual floodlight itself.
How far can it pick up away from the building with using these lights?
I'd probably say you're not going to want to have it mounted no higher than 10 feet. And then, so that's for the light itself. But for the actual camera, the camera, again, has the same motion settings as the Pro and as the floodlight. So the camera will definitely pick up motion from, 30 to 40 feet away. It's just, how clear is it going to be if it's at night and you're trying to light up that area.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I think that was exactly what the question was about. Okay. The other question is the Spotlight camera family. Is there any plan for PoE option on any of these models or a future model?
Oh man, these are all good questions. It is funny because some of these questions that you guys are having, again, these are the first things that I ask. So I'm on your side. I would hope yes on the PoE option. As if you look at what we did with the Elite and some of the great feedback that we're getting on that, I would say hopefully in the future, again, and it's nothing that is even talked about now, but in the future, I would think something like that might be available.
Yeah, I think the fact that there's a solar-powered version means that they definitely don't use a lot of power, the DC-powered version.
Correct. The solar panel on the Ring Spotlight Cam Solar is I think it's 2 watts, 6 volts.
Oh, okay. Thank you. All right. I think we're done with the questions out of the chat box.
Nobody questions?
Rudy, that's the hallmark of a good presentation, is that everything is pretty much addressed.
So we are going to be exhibiting at CEDIA this year. I'll actually be there a couple days before, like always. So if you guys get a chance to get there, you have an exhibitor badge to get in. Unfortunately, I don't have any extra to give to you guys, but we are going to be at booth 1600. So we're literally like right in the front middle of the whole exhibit, like right when you walk in. So you won't be able to miss us. We'll have all of our products there. I'll be there. So if you guys are going, feel free to stop by and say hi. Even if I'm talking to someone, at least we can interrupt for a couple seconds and introduce yourself. So love to meet you guys. Truly, thank you for all the support that you guys do for us.
Okay. Well, Rudy, we made record time. So thank you for taking your time today to give us a presentation, and thank you everyone on the call for taking the time to join us. Rudy, thank you for your time today.